Hi, this is Tom Arbuthnot. This is another Tom Talks. We're at Microsoft Reading today with Graham.
I'm Graham Hosking. I'm a technical specialist for Skype for Business here at Microsoft.
Cool. And we were just talking about that Skype and Skype Business Online is more than just what we know as Skype Business. It's actually a platform. And one of the things you get as part of that platform is Skype broadcast meetings.
Yes.
So what's a Skype broadcast meeting?
So if you think of traditional Skype meetings, there's different use case between that and Skype Meeting Broadcast. So we could have more of an interactive meeting, so we could share content, we're able to view each other's video, be able to share files, for example.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily use that within Skype Meeting Broadcast. This is mainly for kind of a one-to-many broadcast. So if you think of doing town halls today, your chief exec, there's a big announcement internally to everyone, then this would be a great use case for this.
Okay, so this is like more the head of country talking to the entire company, and less let's get together around this Word doc or this project and all have a chat.
Not necessarily, no. It's more of saying this is how the company's been doing over this quarter, for example. These are all our stats. Being able to have different presenters, yes, but the audience doesn't necessarily be able to speak and interact.
That's right.
But they can interact in different ways. Okay. So they could use things like Yammer. So you could have kind of a pre and post conversation to that broadcast to carry on the conversation. You can do moderated Q&A. You can also do things like live sentiment feeds or polls and surveys using big bots.
So this is kind of combating what we might have seen some of us that have been on bigger meetings. You know, once you get to the 150 to 200s, like the IM goes crazy, someone leaves their mic unmuted, the dog's barking in the background, and the CEO is trying to talk about the quarter results. He's trying to make it more polished, kind of more of a professional out to the company type scenario.
Yeah, exactly. So traditional Skype meetings can go up to 250.
Yep.
Where Skype Meeting Broadcast, we've tested up to 10,000 attendees, but we're sure that we can go higher than that. It's just how many people we could find on the day to actually test this.
So how do you get to 250 to 10,000 is a big jump. How is the technology getting you from 250 to suddenly to 10,000?
So we're using our Azure Media Services, so our cloud backbone, to be able to scale not only within your region but globally. So you'll find that when you start a broadcast, if you're on the other side of the planet, you'll still be able to view that live broadcast. But we got some cool features in there as well, where you can pause or rewind this live feed, and you can even go back after a period of time to the same URL, the same link, to be able to view that recorded content.
So does it cost me more different licenses to get to 10,000 users? That sounds like a lot.
No. So it might be something that you've already got today. So if you've got Office 365 from an E1 SKU all the way up, then this is already there in the background. You can start utilizing this now.
Oh right, so even the low end SKU, so I don't need to be E5 or Cloud PBX. This is more of an Office 365 play across the stack.
Yeah, so I speak to a lot of county councils. They're already using kind of third-party software to do this thing, but they're already on Office 365 and they don't realize it's there. So it's having those conversations to say, hey, you're paying kind of double for something that you use quite regularly.
Yeah.
So we're having those conversations, and there's different scenarios on how you could use a broadcast. So it could be kind of one person on a PC doing a broadcast. That's fine. It doesn't have to be up to 10,000, obviously. But it may be that you need an event team to be able to run this broadcast. So you're going to have one person obviously doing the speaking, somebody doing the moderated Q&A, somebody doing the kind of the surveys and big poll stuff.
Right.
You're going to have a number of people running this.
So it's making that event team scenario more accessible then, potentially. Like traditionally, that's something you pay for an external production team and all that kind of stuff. You can start to bring some of that in-house potentially. It feels like you've got a semi-technical marketing team or technical team.
Yeah, you can do that. There's organisations out there using kind of third-party products to do live streaming, which is fine. They get, like you said, a third party in to be able to run that broadcast for you, which is very expensive.
Yeah, it costs a lot.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be expensive. If you've already got existing kit in that room that you're doing a broadcast from, then we can plug into it. You just need a PC where all the feeds are coming back to be able to do that broadcast.
So if you've already got an Office 365 e-plan, how would you start to understand more about Skype Broadcast and maybe have a go?
Best place is probably kind of jump on TechNet. If it's not enabled in your tenant today, then there's a script you need to go through to enable it, just a one-liner. But you need the Skype for Business client on your machine to be able to run the broadcast. But for the attendees actually joining into it, it's just a HTML5 browser. So any modern browser on any device, whether it's going to be Windows, iOS or Android, they can consume that data from wherever they are, but they don't require any plugins.
Okay, cool. And in terms of, like, it's a company broadcast, is that secure, is that private?
Is a good question. So there's three different ways that you can secure those broadcasts. One could be just internal, just your organization. The second one then is around just the people that you invite. They need to have an Office 365 account to be able to join to it. So it doesn't necessarily be your domain. Or it could just be public. So like those the council sort of broadcasts that I was talking about, you don't want your public to be able to see those broadcasts as well without having to sign in. So those are the three.
So you say you could, like, if you're a county council or in some kind of big company, you could just spin up a broadcast meeting, invite people via email and they can join. They don't need to log into Google Connection.
No, you could create an Outlook invite and then send it out that way, or it could be simple as just a button on your corporate website that they click on that has the link behind it for the broadcast, and then they can join that.
Great, cool. Thanks for the time, Graham. If you've got any questions on Broadcast Meeting or you're using it and you've got any feedback, we'd love to hear it. If you could drop us a comment on Twitter or LinkedIn or email or whatever, and Graham or I will try and join in the conversation. Thanks.